Okay, so next order of business was to talk to Trixie about the fucking the thing. I'm not talking to you, and I'm completely within my legal rights to do so. No, fuck you. I'm asking about the cleaning. Trixie already admitted to cleaning rooms during the time of the murder. There's no need to ask about it. Shit! Fuck! She's right, though. Wait, no, 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 go back. I meant to ask about the crumpets. What am I doing? God damn it. Trixie, I now know definitely that you were handing out crumpets downstairs at the approximate time of the murder. Oh, yeah? Prove it. Huh. Both Zara, the busty magic bunny girl, and Hector, the douchey real estate guy, saw you downstairs handing crumpets. And I interviewed them separately. Boom! That proves it! Fine. You've got me. I was handing out crumpets downstairs, but that's all I'm saying on the matter. If you want anything else out of me, you're gonna have to find a lawyer. Something tells me I might not need one. Ha ha! Why did you make that noise? Because, my dear Trixie, you've just dug yourself into a very deep hole. I've got no idea how you're going to explain your way out of this one. I don't know what you're talking about, really. Oh, yes, you do. Didn't you just admit to being upstairs with Alfred cleaning rooms prior to the murder? Yeah, so? Well, if you were upstairs restocking rooms with Alfred the whole time, then how were you also downstairs serving crumpets to everyone? Oh, God. There's been some mistake. I've got multiple witnesses claiming that they saw you two in places at once, Trixie. How do you explain that one? You're wrong. So all these people are lying then? Is that what it is? Yeah, they have to be. Where were you during the time of the murder, Trixie? Were you upstairs or were you downstairs? Um, I need to speak to a lawyer. Oh, there's no need for that. I can explain why multiple witnesses saw you in two places at once. You can? Yep, 'cause I'm smart. Then prove it. Okay, so the crumpets were laced with Someone else was wearing the maid costume. That wasn't you upstairs at all. Someone else was wearing a maid costume. Oh yeah? Who? Becky? Pfft. Surely Alfred would recognize her. She was serving the crumpets downstairs then. And our guests didn't notice? We don't exactly look similar. People would realize that Becky had spontaneously changed her outfit. She's the first person they see when they arrive, for crying out loud. Ah, crap. I'm stupid. Maybe they were distracted and not paying attention? Try again, Copper. Alright, okay, so the crumpets were laced with hallucinogens. These all seem absolutely fucking ridiculous, but we're gonna click on every single one of them. You laced the crumpets with hallucinogenic drugs you stole from the medicine supply room, causing Zara and Hector to think they saw you, but in actuality they just shared a delusion. You were never downstairs at all. Wouldn't that mean I was downstairs, though? Even if I did lace the crumpets with drugs, how did Hector and Zara get them? I'd have to give it to them, surely. Oh, good point. Pfft, try again. There's no way! You have an evil twin? You have an evil twin! Yeah, that must be it. It's the only way you could be in two places at the exact same time. You were working downstairs at the same time your evil twin was working upstairs. It makes perfect sense. How did you know? Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Fine, I admit it. My twin sister and I have been working here for the past 6 months, pretending to be one person, so we can take longer breaks or take turns having a day off. Wait, really? See, that was the most ridiculous one. That's why I didn't pick it at all. I knew it all along. It's the perfect scheme, and I've been waiting for you to slip up all evening. I'm a master detective. Stuff like this is child's play for me. Of course you had an evil twin. Oh, one of you killed the butler while the other one worked in plain view. Ha 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 ha. And now, and no one knows you have a sister. No one would ever suspect you. It's a genius plan that should have worked. But something went wrong and you slipped up. Both you and your sisters were seen, and now your sick and malicious plan for the perfect murder has crumbled all around you. Admit it! You and your sister killed the butler. I don't know what desk is she slamming her hand on? I don't understand. Ah! That's not true. I'm not a murderer, and neither is my sister. Sure, we were running a work scam, but we didn't kill anyone. And especially not Mr. Rockvale. He was a great boss. If you're not the murderer, then prove it. I need to speak to a lawyer. Why are you two screaming? Trixie has an evil twin who assisted her in murdering the butler. I just figured it out. An evil twin? Yep. You, give me a lawyer. Max, have you been refusing to let this girl speak to a lawyer this whole time? Maybe. But it was for a good cause. I got her to admit she has an evil twin. Does she actually have an evil twin, or have you just driven her to insanity by abusing your power as a police officer? Oh, there it is. Trixie, calm down. We'll figure this out. I'm so scared, Millie. There, I've got you. See? Evil twin! Told you! This changes nothing, Max. Get her on the phone to a lawyer. Fine. Fucking stupid. So how the hell did you and Max go about hooking up anyway? That sort of came out of nowhere. What? No, it didn't. We went on heaps of dates and stuff beforehand. I was actually surprised it took as long as it did for us to hook up. I was practically throwing myself on her a few times, and she was completely oblivious. She is a bit of a ditz. Nah, Max is smarter than she looks. She was just looking out for me the whole time. I appreciated that. So, how'd it happen? Did you have show up semi-naked on her doorstep, wrapped in a thin piece of ribbon and a little tag that says, "Unwrap me"? Because that's how I would have done it. Oh, I wonder if that's what she actually does. We just spent a day at the beach, and things went from there. Nothing fancy. Oh, I really like the ribbon idea. Maybe I'll save that one for her birthday. Just make sure you use a proper satin ribbon. I almost said rabbin. I don't know what a rabbin is. If you use the cheap plastic stuff you get at party shops, you'll get a really weird rash, and it'll drive you absolutely insane. Think bad tan lines, but a million times worse. I was itchy for weeks. Wait, so you actually did that once? Ha! Once? The sexy ribbon thing is my go-to plan. If asking a girl out doesn't work, then out comes the sexy ribbons. Hasn't failed me yet. You can't just show up on people's doorsteps wearing nothing but a ribbon, Holly. That's really inappropriate. That's exactly why it works. Trust me, it's one of the sexiest things you could do to impress someone. I'll just take your word for it. These fucking two every time. Okay, thank you. I understand. I'll give you a call if I need to speak with you again. I appreciate it. Bye. Feeling better now? Now that I know my legal rights, yes, I'm prepared to cooperate with you. I think we're going to lose our jobs anyway, sis. We might as well tell them everything we know. I don't want to lose my job, though. I really like being a maid. Start talking. If you hadn't noticed, the two of us are completely identical. Even most identical twins have some minor differences to tell them apart, like a freckle or a birthmark. But Trixie and I are pretty much clones of each other. Our own parents can't even tell us apart. Our parents did some weird stuff in the 80s. It wouldn't surprise me if we were part of some weird government experiment. Alright. We've been over this before, Trixie. We're just regular twins who just so happen to look and sound completely identical to each other. It's not that uncommon. Okay, if you say so. Anyway, a high-paying maid job opened up at the manor here a few years ago, so the two of us came up with a plan. We'd split the money and alternate shifts, which still pays more than working at a butcher. And then work alternate shifts and cover each other. That way we don't have to work all week, and up until now no one has noticed. I thought we were going to get away with it forever, except some Oh, I knew all along. Oh, crap. God, every time Evelyn shows up, it's just like, I just hate her fucking neck. When you applied for the job, I looked you up online. There were twins, pictures everywhere. It didn't take me long to put 2 and 2 together. Oh. Also, when I rang your previous employer at the butcher, they said you've tried the exact same stunt and told me to be on the lookout for you. It didn't dissuade me, though. It was actually the reason I hired you two. So you knew we were ripping you off the whole time? Ripping me off? Ha! With you two covering each other's shifts, I hadn't had to worry about hiring another maid to cover your sick leave. You've saved me quite the fortune. So you're not gonna fire us? No. We're going to pretend this entire thing had never happened. And I'm going to continue to exploit your situation as much as possible. As far as I'm concerned, there's still only one of you. Understood? I guess that's better than being fired? Yay? I'm going to start calling you Millie now, though. It's a cuter name. Hey! What? Is Trixie or Millie cuter? I gotta go with that Evelyn on this one. Now, no offense if your name's Trixie. Now, if you'll excuse me, Millie, I have work to attend to. I'll call you if I need anything. Yes, Miss Lee Castro. Man, that woman has quite a presence, doesn't she? She interrupted me mid-conversation. All I could do was just stand there. That's Miss Lee Castro for you. She scares me. So, if only one of you works at a time, why are both of you here? And why have I only ever seen one of you up until this moment? I got the roster wrong. I told you I was going to work tonight. You should have called me beforehand. I said I was sorry. Okay, but that still doesn't answer my question. We've got the whole place on lockdown, and yet no one noticed there were 2 of you walking around. Was one of you hiding somewhere? And if so, where? Did we show her? Of course we'll show her. I don't want to go to jail. We need to cooperate. What are you showing me here? We discovered this by complete accident. One day I was cleaning this bookshelf when I accidentally bumped this book and... Why is it so dark? And why is the floor moving? Turns out Reginald Lee Castro was a bit of an eccentric billionaire. He built secret passageways all over the mansion. There's at least one in every room of the house. Ta-da! Now we're upstairs. Holy shit! If you rotate that globe to right there, a little passageway opens up behind it too. Follow me. Oh god, why? And now we're in the kitchens. Ah! A dead body! That was the same scream I made! We should get out of here. Good idea. His face is so bloody. Just look away, Millie. Just look away. Slink away, boys. So this mansion has dozens of secret passageways. How many have we found so far? 7, maybe? That's just inside the house. We found one out near the driveway the other day that goes to a secret garage. I think there's still more of them. We just haven't found them all yet. God damn it. Reginald Lee Castro is dead now, though. So unless Evelyn knows about them, then I guess they're a secret now. We just got lucky in finding the first one, and then we knew what to look for. So, as far as you're aware, you two are the only ones using these secret passageways? Mm-hmm. Actually, I think someone else was also using the secret passage system. This evening? What? Someone else knows our secret? What makes you think that? I was upstairs when I heard Trixie scream, so I took the secret passageway through the kitchen to check if she was okay. And in the passageway that links the grand hall to the kitchen, I found this on the floor. Is that a pocket watch? Yeah, and it doesn't belong to either of us. Someone else was in the secret passageway system tonight. I thought we were the only ones who knew. It's freaky, right? There's no lights in there. How scary would it be if I was to bump into someone there? Hell, the murderer could still be in there waiting. Stop screaming and give me that fucking watch. Here you go. Damn it! You picked this up when you found it, didn't you, Millie? Yeah, and I put it in the front pocket of my dress. Your dress is made of silk. When it's bounced around in your pocket, it's wiped down clean. I can't get any fingerprints off this. Millie! Well, how was I supposed to know that? I thought it might be yours. Why would I carry a pocket watch? I can't just look at my phone. I mean, what? I can just look at my phone. Well, this complicates things a lot. Do you need anything else from us? I've just got one more question. Uh-huh. Have the two of you at any point in ever been involved in production, distribution, or commercial sale of the illegal narcotic minks? Minks? That's that snorty stuff all those drug lords down the boardwalk take, isn't it? We're not drug lords, we're maids. We clean rooms for a living. Maybe some of the guests take minks, but I've never tried it and I've certainly never sold it. I haven't even tried marijuana. I do get drunk a lot, though. Oh, like you're any different. So neither of you are involved in the illegal drug trade? No, of course not. I just like how she was like, I do get drunk a lot, though. Like I said, we're maids. We're not murderers or drug traffickers. We were just running a work scam. Thanks for your cooperation, girls. I appreciate it. If I need anything else, I'll let you know. Pocket watch. What, seriously? Well, that's horrifying. Is something going on? Tell me what Captain Necrai is saying. In a minute, Holly, I'm talking. But I want to know now! No, we haven't seen anything suspicious. We've got our guns on us, though, so want us to just move in and secure the area? Pandarai? Alright, understood. We'll stay in the area. Let us know if you need anything. What did he say, damn it? Apparently there's been a murder inside the mansion. Not the cute maids! It wasn't one of the maids, it was an elderly butler. Someone stabbed him with a samurai sword in the kitchen. Oh, that's fine then. Well, I mean, I know it's not fine, but at least it wasn't a cute little maid girl that died. You get what I'm saying. You got what I'm saying? I offered to move in, but apparently Pandarai just so happened to be staying at Lecastro Manor this evening, so he's taking over the investigation. Convenient timing, Almost a little too convenient, if you ask me. It certainly seems a bit fishy. Don't say the fish word, Ember. You're making me all hungry. I thought you hated seafood. We went out once years ago and you outright refused to try the calamari rings. Even though they taste amazing. I still don't understand that. Yeah, but I'm a cat girl now. I like different food. I actually tried calamari rings the other night. They're really good, although they're pretty much a deep-fried batter delivery service. It's like 90% batter and 10% octopus. Have you tried eating cat kibble yet? What? No. I bet you at least thought about it. I saw some in the store the other day and it smelled really good. But I'm not going to eat it. I'm a cat girl, not a cat. It is really cheap, though. I'd give it a week until you're eating cat kibble. If I was a cat girl, I'd give it a go. Oh, you should become a cat girl. You'd look so great with cat ears. I can't remember. I got that magically resetting body. I'd spend a couple of grand on a kimono procedure, and then bam, 20 minutes later, I'd be back to my regular self. Oh, yeah, that does suck. Wait, what were we talking about before? Um. Oh, right, murder, mansion, that. Yeah. We get off topic so easily. Yep. I wonder if I'd like spicy foods now. Because of the flame powers. I guess that makes sense. Fucking these. Oh my god. Those two girls could be lying about their involvement with Mink's production, but Natara definitely said she saw a woman wearing a hazardous chemical suit when she picked up the drugs. If it's not one of the maids, then I suppose it has to be Evelyn. Natara said the silhouette didn't match Evelyn's physique, though. Her super long neck is pretty distinctive. I can figure that mystery out later. Right now I need to focus on who murdered the butler and why. If there's secret passageways all over the place, then that means the murderer could move between the two rooms in the house in less than a minute, and they wouldn't have to worry about anyone seeing them. You can flee the scene in an instant. If all it takes is a 60-second window to kill the butler, then I can't take anyone's alibis for granted anymore. I'm gonna need to focus my investigation on something else. This was clearly a planned murder, which means the murderer had to have some personal history with the butler. I need to start questioning people about their knowledge of the butler and look for any holes in their story. That evil twin thing threw me for a loop, and I still think Alfred was behind the whole thing, but at least I'm getting somewhere. And as interesting as this pocket watch is, without fingerprints, it's not exactly useful. Looks like I'm back to questioning people again. Okay, so, well, I mean, I could question them again, but what's the point? Becky? Oh, don't murder me. Sorry, I'm a little jumpy. Apparently there's evil twins now. I don't like where this is going. Just because there's evil twins doesn't mean you're in a... I don't want to die next. I want to go home. If you keep screaming and drawing attention to yourself like this, the murderer is likely to kill you. Oh, man. Just listen. Calm the fuck down. Everything's fine. We've got the whole place on lockdown. If the whole place is on lockdown, then where was that second maid hiding? The mansion isn't on lockdown at all. I'm next, aren't I? I'm gonna die. Do I have to shoot you with my stun gun? I'll be good. Good. Now I need to ask you a few questions again, alright? Okay. Did you work with the butler often? Well, yeah. Mr. Rockvale was my boss. I didn't work with him all the time. I sometimes work weekends on one of the Lee Castro trains, but I've never worked a shift at the mansion where he wasn't here. Did the two of you get along? I guess. He was a bit of a jerk, and I know he got cross at Alfred a lot, but I never had issues with him. Once he wouldn't let me go take my bathroom break, even though I really needed a pee, but I didn't want to murder him over it. Well, maybe I did at the time, but not seriously. I wouldn't actually kill anyone. Uh-huh. And you only knew him through work. You didn't spend time with him outside the mansion? I don't think so. He rarely ever left the mansion, and I really didn't have that much to do with him. He mostly kept to himself. Now that I think about it, I don't even know his name. That's interesting. That should do for now, Becky. If I need anything else, I know where to find you. Don't leave me. I need full-time police protection. Oh, man, I don't like this. Okay, so I guess we could talk to Zara. Hey, Zara, you got a sec? Did you hear about the evil twins? They're two maids now. I know, right? Fucking nuts. They look eerily similar to each other. I think they might be clones. Maybe. Oh, Or maybe they're robots. Some mad scientist created them in order to have their own robotic army of maid slaves. Okay, now you're just being ridiculous. You haven't seen the things I've seen. I still can't look at jelly without having a panic attack. Uh-huh. So, Zara, how well did you know the deceased? Had you met him prior to this evening? The butler guy? No, I don't know anything about him. He struck me as a bit of a jerk when I got here. He was so busy having an argument with Hector von Haas that he completely ignored me and the other guests. I had to carry my own bags inside and everything, and it was pretty ridiculous. Yeah, I'm thinking Hector. I don't know. Do you know what the argument was about? I think Hector stepped on the butler's shoe. Struck me as pretty trivial. Interesting. So you said there were other people there? Yeah, that stoner guy Dale High was there. He showed up just after me. He kept following me around too. I think he was trying to ask me out. My bunny ears have that effect on people. Alright, so just to get things straight, when you arrived at the mansion, Hector von Haas was already here and he was having an argument with the butler. Yeah, right after that, Dale High pulled up and we watched them argue for a bit, but once I realized it was pointless, I went inside. And Dale High followed you. Once I retracted my bunny ears, he stopped chasing me. But yeah, he followed me inside. Alright, this is actually very useful information. Thanks for the help, Zara. Don't mention it, Max. Do I need to talk to these fucking idiots again? Probably not. Girls, you got a second? No, I do, because gotta ask them about the relationship again. Yeah? What do you need? I got a feeling you two aren't telling me the full truth. We totally are, though. Yeah, we haven't lied at all. I've got reports from an unnamed source that the two of you often accept bribes while we are working here. I can't reveal my source, but they mentioned the maids at Lee Castro Manor were involved in shady activities. Bribes? Oh, she must be talking about Mr. Rockvale's escort service. Oh, that's right. Escort service? The butler that was murdered, he used to work part-time as a male escort. People would often come up here to see him in the middle of the night, and he asked us to accept payment from them before letting them into the mansion. Okay. At least we think it was an escort service. He was really angry about it and threatened to fire us if we told anyone. We kept seeing a guy who appeared to be perpetually dancing in a flamboyant fashion sense, Millie. It's the only explanation that makes sense. I think I know who that might be. Fuck. There were all sorts of guys coming over, and sometimes it'd be every second night. I don't know why Mr. Rockvale was so popular with these men, but I'm not exactly familiar with the world of male prostitution. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I mean, he was kind of old, but he wasn't really that ugly, I guess. Maybe flamboyant blokes are into that? I don't know. I completely fail to see the appeal, but whatever. So long as they were happy, I don't care. So, what did the two of you do exactly? These guests would show up at the back door every night, and Mr. Rockvale would have us collect a fee from his suitors and allow them into the mansion. Then, we'd turn a blind eye and let them go about their business. We thought about telling Evelyn, but we think she knows anyway. He tried to be subtle about it, but sometimes they were really loud. I think she knew something was up. Maybe she was his pimp. She is pretty intimidating. Yeah, maybe. Something tells me the two of you are horribly, horribly confused. Anyway, did the two of you have any problems or personal history with Mr. Rockvale? No, not really. Sometimes he'd get cross at us if we forgot to do something, but overall he was a pretty good guy. I still don't know why anyone would murder him. Maybe it was a jilted ex-lover who grew too attached to him. Oh, maybe they wanted to give up his life of prostitution and run away with them. But he said no, and they reacted violently. That makes sense. I'll just leave you girls to it. I'll be back later. Fucking. Uh, those girls seem pretty convinced that the butler was running a male prostitution ring, even though it doesn't make any sense at all. We know for a fact the butler was involved with producing Minx at the manor. So maybe those two maids were just completely oblivious to what was actually going on. They could have just come up with a story about male prostitutes on the spot to cover their ass. That's just as likely. They can't have been that naive. We know a woman was involved with Minx production, but I think I'm looking at this from the wrong side. I need to find the murderer and tie it back to Minx, and not the other way around. I'll just keep going around in circles otherwise. Alright, let's try talking to someone else. So I talked to them. Let's move. Can I use the secret passages to move it? Who's outside? Is it Dale? And Haas? Yeah, no, fucking it. No, Haas is in the other place. Let's talk to Evelyn. If you don't mind, Evelyn, I need to ask you a few more questions. Of course, go right ahead. How would you describe your relationship with the deceased? Were the two of you close? Gordon Rockvale has served this family since I was born. Even before that, actually. I can't exactly say I ever saw him as a father figure or anything, but the two of us have known each other for a long time. I'm devastated about his death. You don't seem that devastated. What, just because I know how to control my emotions in public means I can't be upset about a death of a close friend I've known for the entirety of my life? No offense to you or your investigation, but you seriously need to watch what you're asking people. That wasn't even remotely appropriate. I know you're thinking of this evening as an excuse to run around and ask questions in a fancy manner while you play detective. But an actual person that people cared for died tonight. I do hope you'll remember that. Sorry. Did the two of you ever have any arguments or anything like that? Or can you think of anything you might have done to upset anyone? No, not that I can think of. The two of us have always had a friendly relationship, and as far as I'm aware, Gordon didn't have any enemies. He spent most of his time at the mansion, and occasionally he'd run errands for me in town, so it's not like he knew that many people. Honestly, I've got no idea who could have done such a thing. He was a great friend. He didn't deserve to die in such a horrific fashion. Alright, thanks for the information, Evelyn. If I need anything else, I'll let you know. Take care. Alright. What's up, Brad? Hey, Brad, you got a moment? Sure, buddy, what do you need? By any chance, do you know anything about the deceased? Snooty butler guy? Nope. He struck me as pretty rude, but when we showed up, he didn't introduce himself or anything. The only reason I even know his name is Gordon Rockvale is because Victoria found an ID card in his wallet. I don't think he was particularly good at his job. Customer service is key. Did Victoria tell anyone else about the ID card? Oh no, we've kept all the details about his death under wraps. The less information these people have, the harder it is for them to come up with a convincing alibi. Oh, thank God. Thanks for the information, Brad. If you hear anything suspicious or figure something out, just let me know. I'll be right here if you need me, buddy. Alright. Oh, Alfred. Hey, Alfred, do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Didn't I already do that like 5 minutes ago? That was before the evil twin revelation. I have to follow up some things. Now that there's two Trixies, that means my chances of going on a date with them has doubled. I'll finally have a cute maid girlfriend who can look adorable and clean my house at the same time. It'll be amazing. Don't get your hopes up yet, murder boy. You can't have a maid clean your room when you're in prison for manslaughter. Just because I'm a butler doesn't mean I'm the murderer. I'm innocent, I swear. Then prove it. What's your relationship with the deceased? Mr. Rockvale? He's my boss? Was he a good boss? Not really. He always got cross with me when I got late for work or took an extended break, and he never let me go home early. He used to get really cranky about it sometimes, too. I'm not sure if that qualifies him as a bad boss. I think that's just him doing his job. Did the two of you fight often? No, not really. He mostly took all his frustration out on the guests. You should have seen him this afternoon. He went mental on that old real estate guy because he accidentally stepped on his foot. And he's supposed to be in charge here. Oh, so there was an altercation between the butler and one of the guests. Yeah, that used to happen all the time. I know I shouldn't talk about dead people in a bad way, but he was a bit of a dick. But that doesn't mean I killed him. Interesting. Thanks for the information, Alfred von Murderpants. I haven't killed anyone. That's exactly what a murderer would say. Alright. So oh shit! Save slots. We're gonna move location. Who's in the kitchen? Let's fucking look. Pandari's in the kitchen. And Victoria. Alright, Victoria. Do you know anything about the murder victim? I know he had an unhealthy liver. Does that count? So he had a drinking problem. No. I mean someone sliced up his liver with a samurai sword. Okay. You've been over here before, though, haven't you? Did the butler say or do anything odd when you were here last? Last time I came here was in the middle of the night, and Evelyn didn't exactly go around waking up her staff so she can introduce me. I'd never seen this bloke until this evening. So you don't know anything personal about him? Not outside my autopsy results, no. You'd probably be better off asking someone else. I might just do that. Thanks, Victoria. Alright, so I still wonder if you hooked up with Victoria, would she still be doing this Evelyn thing? Cause I think that'd be interesting. Move locate. No, fucking Pandari. God damn it. Hey, Commissioner, you got a second? Nope. I just need to ask you a few questions. No, piss off. But, I said piss off. Alright. I don't think Pandari wants to talk to me right now. Maybe I should leave. Then leave we will. Fucking Pandari, dude. Fucking watching the foodie. Yeah, okay, we're gonna talk to Haas last. Dale, hi. Yes. I need to ask you some questions about the butler. Do you mean Alfred or Gordon? Gordon? Yeah, Gordon. That was the name of the bloke that was murdered, right? You knew him personally? No. So, how do you know his first name? He said it when I showed up. Interesting. So you never met the butler prior this evening? Today was the first time I met him, I think. And do you know anything else about him? I don't think so. Thanks for the information, Dale. Did I say something wrong? Alright. God damn it. Hey, Ethan, you got a sec? What do you need, babe? You don't happen to know anything about the butler that was murdered, do you? You didn't secretly spy on him for a client or anything like that, right? Nope. My first time meeting him was tonight. He completely was new to me. Damn it! I was hoping you could turn up some juicy details on his past. You shouldn't be focusing your investigation on the butler. Focus on the people here at the mansion tonight. I've dealt with cases like this before, and people always slip up. Look for inconsistencies in their stories. That's what I did before. It's how I found out about Trixie's evil twin. Mostly the multiple choice questions. Answers. Just because they're twins doesn't mean one of them is evil, Max. That's what they want you to think. Hang in there, babe. You'll figure this out. Thanks, Ethan. For nothing. Alright, alright, Hector. Here we go. Hold on. Gotta stretch. Oh. I just fucking broke my back. Anyway. Hey, Hector. Mind if I ask you some questions? I extend the courtesy of formality by calling you Mr. Newling, and I expect you to do the same.
That's Mr. Von Haas to you.
Wouldn't I be Miss Newling now? What, because of all, the tits and all? Whatever, have you got a moment?
If I must.
How well did you know the butler?
Do you mean the old butler that was murdered, or the young butler who's consistently distracted all the time?
The murdered one.
I don't really think it's appropriate to speak ill of the dead, but from what little I saw of his work, I wasn't exactly impressed. Not only did he fail to introduce himself when I arrived, but he also refused to carry my bags inside. If you work in customer service, then it's your duty to ensure the customer is taken care of, and this butler exhibited exactly zero of the qualities you'd expect from such a position. I was absolutely outraged with his behavior, and I let him know about it. It ended up causing quite a stir and drew quite a crowd. But I had a point to prove, and I wasn't going to let such an abysmal customer service slide.
So you had a fight with the butler when you arrived, and other guests witnessed this?
I wouldn't call it a fight, but we did have a mild verbal altercation. And yes, several other guests decided to stick their nose where it didn't belong and interject. But I didn't let that stop me. I made my outrage known, as that is the Hector von Haas way.
Uh-huh. Which guests were present during your argument?
Pah! I don't pay attention to commoners. I couldn't tell you who was nearby. All I was focused on was that sniveling piece of trash butler.
So you've never met the butler prior to this evening, and you don't know anything about him?
How on earth could I know anything about a person who doesn't even properly introduce themselves? I don't even know his name, and I know that he's dead, and I don't suppose I ever will. Not that it really matters anyway. They've already got a young butler to replace him. Hopefully he takes more pride in his work. Now, is that all you need to ask me?
That's all I need now. Thanks, Hector.
That's Mr. Von Haas to you.
For someone who doesn't like to speak ill of the dead, he was awfully rude about the butler. Clearly, those two didn't get along. This altercation when they arrived sounds interesting. I need to look into this more. Let's review my notes. I asked everybody. It's Brad! No, just... let's see. So, it was Zara and Dale who was the ones watching him. Let's go talk to Zara real quick, since she's around. She's here, right? Yeah, she's here. Zara? Yeah, what's up? Can you run me through what happened when you arrived again? When I got here, Hector was having a fight with the old butler guy. I watched for a bit, waiting for someone to carry my bags, and then that kind of creepy Dale guy pulled up. He followed me inside, and then I went and had a shower upstairs. Got it, thanks for the information. Okay, so that's not it. Let's talk to Dale instead. Dale's kind of skeevy. I don't think you're telling me the whole truth, Dale. You don't? Oh no, you're definitely hiding something from me. But you know I can't be the murderer. I was right there with you when he died. You saw me in everything. I never said you were the murderer, Dale. I said you were lying to me. Different. I haven't lied. Earlier you said you heard the butler's name was Gordon, correct? Yeah. And how did you know his first name was Gordon? He said it when he introduced himself. Just because I know his name doesn't mean I'm a liar. Here's the thing, Dale. I've spoken to a lot of people tonight, and every single one of them told me the same thing. Yeah? And what's that? Gordon Rockvale wasn't a friendly bloke, and he was especially irritable tonight. And did you know what everyone's main complaint was? He was incredibly rude to every single person that arrived. He didn't even introduce himself or offer to carry your bags upstairs. He just stood there looking angry. So tell me, Dale, if the butler didn't introduce himself to you, then how do you know his first name, How did you know that, huh? You weren't there when I got here. He absolutely introduced himself to me. That's how I know his name. You can't prove a thing. Actually, I can. You arrived at the mansion just after Hector von Haas showed up, didn't you? Yeah, so? The butler was a bit preoccupied at the time, wasn't he? I've got accounts from multiple witnesses saying he was having an argument with Hector at the time. He wasn't introducing himself to you at all. I guess I must have heard him say his name during the argument. That's why I know it. So you're changing the story already, huh? They were fighting for ages. He must have said it then. I just got confused and thought he said it later, that's all. You didn't hear the butler say his name during the argument, Dale. I didn't. Nope. When you rocked up, there was someone else already there. Someone who you were instantly infatuated with, and her name is Zara Feroli. You didn't hear the butler say his name at all. You were completely distracted by Zara the whole time. You showed up instantly, instantly started hitting on Zara, and when she lost interest, she went inside, and you followed her. Ah! One little flick of that bunny tail and you were hooked. You just couldn't get enough of Zara and those fluffy little ears of hers. She never heard the butler say his name, so how did you hear it? She was here before you, and you both left at the same time. Admit it, Dale, you're lying to me. You knew the butler before all this, didn't you? There's nowhere you can hide now, Dale. Just give it up. Fine, I admit it. I knew the butler's name before all this. Start talking. I can't. I'll lose my job. Do you want me to arrest you? You'll lose way more than that if you let that happen. No. Then talk. I work in the big central office in Axon City Heights, and my crucible, oh my god! My cubicle is right near Hector von Haas's office. A couple days ago, I heard him yelling on the phone to someone, and he got really, really angry. I was kind of bored that day, so I put some headphones on without plugging them into anything and listened to his conversation. It was hard to make out, but at some point I definitely heard him say, "Listen here, Gordon. This is my operation, and we're going to do things my way, understood?" Really now? When I got here, he addressed the butler as Gordon, so I put two and two together. They must have been the same guy, right? If you knew that Hector von Haas had a history with the butler, then why didn't you say something? Well, I couldn't exactly say anything. Why the hell not? Hector, well, yeah. Spit it out! I was snorting minks in my cubicle after work one night, and I thought I was the only one there. But Hector walked in and caught me in the act. He's been blackmailing me ever since. So you decided to keep that all to yourself? It's not my fault. If I lose my job, I won't have money, and I need money to buy the drugs. I mean food. I mean money to buy the food, not the drugs. Do I look like I even care? Ever since Hector saw me whiffing minks outside, he's made my life a living hell. I had to do everything he tells me to do, like pick up his laundry or wash his car. He even made me polish his pocket watch collection. I knew it was his. I mean, seriously, who the hell uses pocket watches nowadays? They're so stupid. Hold up, did you just say pocket watch? Yeah. Did any of the watches in Mr. von Haas's collection happen to look like this? Oh, that's his personal watch. He's always has it with him. It's got his initials engraved on the back and everything. How did I not see this? So that's what HVH stands for. I thought it was a marker, maker's mark. Excuse me, Dale, I have something to take care of. Am I free to go? Hello? I need money to buy the drugs. Okay. Mr. Von Haas.
Yes, Mr. Newling.
You wouldn't happen to know what time it is, would you?
Am I about to do a sweet one-liner?
Why, it's... How odd, I appear to have misplaced my pocket watch. Ha ha ha!
Nope, I'm just leading him into a fucking...
Damn right you did! Look what I've got!
My watch? Where did you find that?
in a secret passageway right near the scene of tonight's murder. Mr. Von Haas, you're being arrested under suspicion for the murder of Gordon Rockvale. We have evidence linking you to the crime, and a witness testimony of you expressing your outrage at the deceased.
I wish to speak to my lawyer, now.
There'll be plenty of time for that later. Now come with me.
Yes!
Commissioner Panderai, I figured out who the murderer was.
Yeah, so did I. It wasn't exactly difficult. I solved the case during a commercial break.
What? Really?
You bet your sweet ass I did. I've been running an investigation of my own, and it only took me 2 days to figure out Minx was being produced beneath the Lecastro mansion. I confronted Evelyn Lecastro earlier on, and it was immediately obvious that her butler, Gordon Rockvale, was running the whole thing without her knowledge. She agreed to work with the police in identifying and shutting down all the mink supply lines that her butler had set up throughout the city. However, the butler was just running a drug lab. Gordon Rockvale had prior convictions for the production of ices a couple of years back, but that was just personal use. He had no knowledge of the criminal trade, or how traffic drugs effectively. It was obvious someone else was the mastermind behind this whole thing. The butler was just a lackey. And that's where Hector Von Haas comes in. For the past 6 months, Hector Von Haas has been orchestrating the minx trade in Axon City in an attempt to increase drug activity and the crime rate, which in turn has had some negative impact on the housing market. These minx addicts are a rowdy bunch, so their criminal antics scare off regular homeowners and force them to leave the city, which causes housing prices to drop. And less people living in Axon City means less people working in Axon, so the commercial market has plummeted, particularly in areas surrounding the CBD. As a result of this, Hector has been able to buy up large sums of land throughout the city for a measly sum, with the ultimate goal of shutting down minx production and enabling house prices to soar back to their regular value, letting him walk away with a massive profit. He knew that we were close to shutting down his operation. You lot had just arrested one of their major drug suppliers, and it was only a matter of time until the game was up. But Hector had prepared for this, so he called a last-minute meeting here at the mansion under the pretense of land development. Oh my god. Hector planned on throwing his right-hand man, Gordon Rockvale, under the bus and pin all the blame for producing minx on him and him alone. The thing is, Hector underestimated his business partner, and the butler figured the whole thing out. The butler confronted Hector in the kitchen and threatened to expose their entire operation, which was something Hector hadn't prepared for. He was desperate, and he couldn't risk being exposed. Hector was desperate, so he grabbed a decorative sword that was on display in the bedroom and waited until he had the opportunity to speak with the butler alone. While I was having a piss in the hallway, Hector cornered Gordon Rockvale in the kitchen, where he was preparing dinner, and murdered him in cold blood.
You knew this the whole fucking time?!
It was pretty bloody obvious. I still don't understand why it took you so long to figure it out. It was a pretty open and shut case.
But I had to question so many people, it took ages!
What's the point of that? The murder weapon didn't just appear out of fucking thin air. It was one-of-a-kind samurai sword, for fucking sake. And that so happens to be missing from the display case in Hector's room. It wouldn't be a samurai sword now, would it?
Wait, his bedroom? Why didn't I look upstairs? I didn't realize that was an option! Hey, hold up! If you knew Hector was the murderer so quickly, then why didn't you arrest him?
What, Mr. Foodie? How many times do I have to fucking say it? This is the biggest fucking game of the bloody year! As soon as those cuffs go on, I've got to fill out a ton of paperwork, which means I had to drop what I'm doing and spend all night fucking around filling out forms and shit. His arrest can wait. I called Davo and the boys back at North Axon as soon as I figured it out. They got a four-wheel drive with a snorkel that can make it across the flooded creek easily, but they were just waiting for the foodie to finish too. We've got the whole place on lockdown. It's not like he's gonna murder anyone else. But... Alright, girlie, considering you've made the arrest on Hector von Hoss, then I guess that means it's your job to fill out the paperwork. Here's a pen and the accompanying forms. Now get to it.
There's so many forms!
Yep. I'm glad it's not my job.
I'm gonna rip Panroy's balls out of his fucking sack and just slow him on the ground and stomp him and just...